Today, we're discussing the imperfections actually is the key to success for entrepreneurs. And we're going to go over a few things to help you understand why being imperfect is the new success. Hi, guys. How you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
My name is Ace Guzman.
And welcome to another video here with Ace and Rich. And I'll tell you, the struggle is real. Perfection can be a significant barrier, guys. One thing we learned is that when you actually start in this industry as an entrepreneur, being imperfect is the best thing that you could actually embrace. And the reason why is because we don't have to be perfect to get the results that we're looking for. What stops us is trying to be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. The struggle is real, and perfectionism can be a significant barrier for people who actually know they need to take action, but they don't want to take action because they just don't feel like they match up to other people that are successful online.
Absolutely. And everybody tries to like follow something, right? Something so astronomically huge, right? Like, I want to be like that. Yeah, that's okay and everything. But understand that if you just make that decision and be imperfect, you will not get into that paralysis state that won't make you do anything, because people get stuck and they get frozen in fear and they don't do anything. But if you just say, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to be imperfect, I'm going to just take imperfect action, that's when you start to discover some great things about yourself that you never saw before.
Yes, absolutely. And another thing also is people feel like they got a lot of pressures, and not just from the outside of social media, but also they put a lot of pressure on themselves to actually try to create this image that they have this flawless personality about themselves, when really they're
Mhm.
not. They're not flawless. We're not flawless by any means.
Oh,
You know what I
no, no,
mean?
not at all.
So why would you want to put yourself and your persona out there as such? You definitely want to just be you. You want to keep it real. We always talk about that, right, Rich?
Yeah, you always want to keep it real. There's no doubt about that. But it is a lot of pressure on a lot of people who are getting started right now, being
Mhm.
brand new.
Mhm.
When you're brand new, yeah, it is a lot of pressure because you see all these different, pieces of content out there, and you're trying to see like, how do I do that? How do I create that? How do I get started with that? Right?
Right.
And it seems overwhelming when you first look at it and you say to yourself, I don't know if I could really do that. And the reality is that you can. You might look at some kind of content and go, "Oh, how do you do that fancy, editing going on there and stuff like that?" Right. The reality is, if you just take imperfect action and just be yourself, everything will be okay.
Absolutely. What else is going on with this perfectionism?
Well, I mean, the thing about it is, you have to really focus on embracing the journey, right?
I'm with that.
Yeah, we
Definitely
we
with that.
want to embrace the journey.
Mhm.
We can look at ourselves and really think about all the negative things, right? Because it's easy to think about the negative things.
Oh yeah.
But if we start thinking about the positive things, right, and understand that this is a journey, it's not a race, it's a marathon, okay?
Mhm,
And
definitely.
what you want to do is you're going to have to be realistic with yourself. You're going to face bumps along the way. It's absolutely normal,
There's no
right?
avoiding.
You should embrace those bumps
Yeah,
because it actually starts building your character, right?
absolutely. Yes. Definitely bumps will be along the way.
Yep, absolutely. And how do you feel about focusing on the growth?
The growth is important because you don't want to shy away from, like, taking different steps and experimenting with different methods of, building your own brand, even if it means making mistakes. So what? Show that transparency with your audience and let them know, you know what? Yeah, I'm in this journey. No, I'm not at $1 million quite yet, but you know what? I'm on my way. And this is something that we always talk about, is
Yeah,
just sharing that whole process from, steps to failure, and show the failures because other people are watching you, and don't think that they're not, because there actually are.
oh yes, they are.
Even if it means making mistakes, like I said, like, each mistake is a chance for you to make improvements. And don't forget, there are people out there that really are afraid to come on camera to show their faces, really are afraid to even say something because they're afraid other people think of them. Well, you know what? Who gives a damn? Don't worry about what people think about you.
Exactly. And when you
Yeah.
focus on the growth, we do is we don't like to focus on the money as entrepreneurs,
Nah.
right? End of the day, yes, we're running a business. Yes, we want to definitely generate revenue, but we want to focus on the results. So when I say focus on growth, focus on the results. Focus on getting your first view, your first like, your first comment. All those great things are very exciting because once you get one like, you get two likes, and the list goes on, right? And this is how you could embrace that change, and it gets exciting. But if we focus on like, oh my God, I need to make $1 million right now, right? That's not the path you want to take. The
No.
path you want to take is, how can I embrace focusing on the growth as far as looking at the results? Before you know it, the money follows.
Absolutely. So the bottom line of our message today is take imperfect action. Take massive imperfect action. Don't wait for the time to be right. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Just take action right now, even if it's imperfect.
And you know what? We talked about this before about getting stuck in education mode. And what happens is people they get paralyzed because when they learn something, they don't do anything because they're once they learn a skill,
Mhm.
right? They're afraid to implement that skill and take that action. Okay, because they're afraid of what might happen, what might go wrong. Start thinking about what might go right? Instead of what might go wrong, right? So,
Absolutely.
you need to really understand that as you take this imperfect action, it's going to be that kind of like crazy roller coaster. Okay, and being imperfect is absolutely essential. It is amazing. Embrace it. Embrace it.
Absolutely. If there's anything I can also add is the fact that if you watch Ace and Rich, if you definitely are brand new here, you can see our journey from all of our old videos from the first one that we've ever done.
Oh
And
yeah.
you will see the imperfect action we take. So we practice what we preach.
Absolutely, and don't worry about trying to follow anybody else.
No.
Don't worry about trying to like meet your standards to them because that doesn't really matter. What matters is you getting out there, learning the skill sets, and taking imperfect action, and you start to create your own audience in your own world.
With that being said, my name is Ace Guzman.
And my name is Rich Guzman, and we'll see you on a new video very soon, guys. Take care.
Bye now.